Hello, my dear friends out there. How are you doing? Hope you're doing great. You are welcome to your favorite show, the 23%, your favorite society talk show that advocates hope, optimism, and possibilities. Through the advocacy of the halal economy and ethical moral value standard. I am Abu Zainab Al-Lashila. It is my pleasure coming your way this a beautiful moment. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share our videos. Today on the show, let's talk about the saying, are we in our senses? This one I have titled, Are we in our senses? The heights being reached and kept by great men were not attained by sudden flight, but they were busy toiling upward in the night, while their companions were far asleep. Development in any nation is never by accident, but requires deliberate actions, conscious effort, and practical approach. An ideal society is where a group of people live together, interact with each other, such as through fair politics, economics, religion, culture, shared values, norms, freedom, equality, and systemic institutions. But unfortunately today, our society is no longer what it used to be many years ago. Our history, dignity, and respect for morality is fast cascading down the valleys of destruction. So as a matter of fact, something needs to be done to salvage us from our present state of predicament. Remember, the late Dhammasani of Kano, Alhaji Sule Maitama, in his remark said, "We are no longer what we were. What is happening today is not in our character. Today the institutions and families have been broken down. Respectful elders and constituted authorities, which used to be our cardinal principles in our society, is now at the lowest ebb. Honesty, where it does not pay, are becoming meaningless. There is meaningless in philosophy, insecurity in polity, chaos in politics, immorality in society, corruption in economy, frustration in art, and lack of creativity in literature. Nobody can do everything, but everybody can do something. Remember, our problem is always not about scarcity, but how to manage abundance. But the abundance seemed never to have profited us efficiently. Instead, it rather turned out to inflict pains, agony, skirmishes, and hardship on us. Because of the high level of poverty in the land, high rate of unemployment and corruption that had negatively reshaped the average mentality of the society and make them believe everybody is for himself, God for us all. Whosoever that is slow, may the devil takes him. My dear friend, it is quite unfortunate that our youth are greatly abandoned in this society, which has led to high rise in moral decadence, youth restiveness, emotional disorder, public distrust, cultural and value degradation, cybercrime, women trafficking, armed robbery, banditry, kidnapping, money rituals, and drug abuse. All of these vices have eaten deep into the fabrics of our society. Remember, any nation that failed to support our youth has no license for the future. Our societal best brains were greatly abandoned, and bad ones were often celebrated and promoted. As a result of these, many have left the country to seek succor and hence meet in a strange land, commonly referred to as Japa syndrome. Remember, no nation can ever grow more than the mentality of its people. Government, of course, have tried our best in all capacity to address these problems, but it is apparent that our best is never good enough. Individuals, private organizations, and higher learning environment need to rise above the board and brace up in nation building through mutual consultations, collaborations, and real engagement. Oh my dear friend, we need to begin to make a conscious effort today to retrace our steps and fall back to line as a respected group of people Most of the developed nations are not better than us in any way. They only understand basic principles of life so as knowing themselves and begin to put things in place. Best examples are Nigerians in diaspora, most of which are doing wonderfully fine in their various line of endeavor. Most of our finest brains and minds are scattered across the globe. They are in the Europe, UK, US and all other parts of the world, doing wonderfully well, while the nation is dying in silence. Instead of her to devise a means and strategy to lure these great minds back home to fix the country, it doesn't appear to us as a big deal. What a nation! Our youth also need to be seriously worked on and properly engaged. For many of our youth today are becoming more virtual rather than being factual. They are not real, and the reason is simply because of lack of real engagement in the society, whereas they are finding that engagement in the virtual world. Many of our youth today are fashionable rather than being functionable. Remember, there are 4 P's of societal development. Number 1, people. Number 2, people. Number 3, people. And number 4, people. My dear friend, always remember that when a machine spoils, people will repair the machine. But whenever people spoil, they will definitely spoil the machine. Any nation that does not value the education of its youth is prone to doom. A great scientist, Archimedes, once said, "If you give me a place to stand, I will move the world." The place to stand and who to stand with is to stand with more brains. Brain activation, cultivation, and optimization through real engagement, hard work, discipline, character, integrity, competence, and collaborations with appropriate quotas. Lot can be achieved and get us out of our present state of societal quagmire. My dear friend, remember that the marble is available and the chisel is there. It is now left for us as a nation, as a society, as a community to fashion our design for living. To adopt the change begins with me mantra and renewed hope to reshape and redirect our minds and mentality in order to achieve our renewed hope as promised. All we need to do is to have a mind of service and contribution to our society, for every human being is born to serve and contribute. With this, I believe we can mend our ways by reasoning together as a nation, address our differences and understand our bounds, respect our views and opinions, and always learn not to pray for what we ought to pay for, because the letter R that differentiates pray from pay is called resistance. Any nation, any community or society that is able to overcome the resistance will have peace and become a successful nation. My dear friend, let us rise above the board in nation building through mutual understanding, provision of enabling environment, especially for our teeming youth, to drive the economy. Engage in consultations, collaborations, and real engagement. Remember, the help is at our fingertip. The knowledge is here, the land is here, the sun is here, the minerals are here. Let us make a better use of them. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever taken your time today to know the update in the halal economy industry, being one of the fastest growing economies in the world? Do you know its sectors and opportunities that abound? To continue with this conversation and for more updates on the halal economy, please kindly join us on this transformative journey and discover a whole world where the halal economy is seen as the major alternative to any form of economy. Please kindly like, share, and watch our videos.